Hey guys, welcome. So I wanted to do a short light language transmission to assist in opening up to receive. This is something really, really important now because of these rapid shifts that I keep talking about, right, in the videos lately. In these shifts, we are receiving a lot of light coming in, both from the inner earth and from the universe. And as I talked a bit about in the last video about staying in a receptive state, a big aspect of this is that we're receiving more of ourselves. We're receiving more of the light that we are. We're receiving more of our higher self, our consciousness in the physical body. And if we are tensing up towards receiving, it can be a bit more of a struggle. We will still receive. It's not like we are stopping ourselves from it, but if we stay in an open state and we become aware of where we might be, blocking ourselves a bit, or tensing a bit towards receiving, it can help us to really open up and to let everything that is coming to flow through. Also the uncomfortableness that we go through, if we are able to sort of take a step back and just observe it and feel it through, and let it go, because we're open for that experience to just unfold in the moment, and then we can just let it go instead of resisting and not wanting it. It goes with both the quote-unquote positive and negative things we are experiencing. But for the purpose of this video, I want to focus mainly on receiving ourselves, to receive more of who we are, because I have been talking a bit about this part, or the aspect of holding ourselves back and not really expressing who we are, not like the fears that are holding us back. And this is of course still an ongoing theme. But it's so important now to stay in that receptive state as well, because we have been very much focused on, I have to do this, I have to create that, I have to manifest that. And we still are, but we are doing it from a different space, because we are holding more light and we are playing with so much higher frequencies. And we are being such much more of a clearer vessels ourselves, and becoming more and more so every day. And so to stay in that more receptive state, it's not about taking a step back and not having a responsibility. It's about taking a step back from having your hands in everything that is going on, almost like an octopus, right? Holding like one arm out of everything that is going on in your life, or everything that is going on in your body, and just take that back and to watch and to engage when it's in an inspired state, and when it's something you feel that, okay, might be out of our comfort zone, but I'm growing into this feels aligned. It's just that I have to overcome myself a bit more in this specific aspect. But if we are able to stay in that space and to receive, we'll more easily receive the guidance from our higher self. We will more easily be able to feel into that alignment, what feels right for us. We will feel more grounded in ourselves and less confused. We will have more clarity. We will have a stronger sense of ourselves. If we resist our own light in coming in, we are energetically trying to separate from it. And of course we cannot separate completely from it, but if we actually open to receive, that is staying in that abundant energy and frequency. And if we do that with the energy coming in of ourselves, of course we will be able to receive more of it. We will be able to feel it deeper, to gain more clarity from it, and to question it less in a way, because we will feel the resonance and the truth because we're not trying to separate from it. When it comes to receiving, it's, and at the deepest level, of course, it is something very closely tied to worthiness. But in this video now, I will not go into that specifically, but I will mention one emotion which very often stops us or holds us back from stepping into that receptive state, and that is guilt, which is very, very closely linked to the codependent frequency. Because when we are receiving something in a codependent frequency, and which is conditional, there's always something tied to that receiving. And we will feel guilty very easily in that frequency, because we know that we are, like, there's strings attached, or there's like maybe there's something we don't know at the moment, maybe like it's never like the receiving part. So many have been used to that being a part of a frequency where there will be something tied up to it that will either be clear from the first moment or come afterwards. And so what my guides wanted me to share is that when you try to focus, to consciously put yourself into, or open up to being in more of a receptive state and open to receive, try to either sit down in nature if that's a place you feel more open and you feel connected, and you feel that it's safe to receive. Or you can try to sit down with your pet. If you have a pet, for example, they are incredible when it comes to unconditional love. If you feel a connection, and you're used to, or you want to try to tap into, start practicing, just tapping into your higher self, or like whatever feels safe to you, whatever feels like this is not not a situation that feels challenging, because it's about feeling safe, and starting to practice opening up to receive. So if you put yourself in that situation, either in nature, with your pet, tapping into your higher self, tapping into your own heart space, for example, and just really breathe into your body and ground in, and then imagine and feel into that you're opening up your heart space. And when you're closing your eyes and you're just sitting in the space breathing, then focus on whatever you're receiving from the nature, your higher self, your own heart, your pet, whatever you have chosen. And see the energy coming in, whether it's through your crown or whether it's into your heart space, or if it's up from the earth. No matter where it comes from, just sit and feel into it. And pay attention to if you feel that you are tensing up in some way, because when you have the full awareness and presence on it, it's much more easy to notice these like small small things we might do that are normally unconscious. So if you feel like you're tensing up in some way, what is underneath it? And one of those things that can be is guilt. And that has a lot to do with that codependent frequency. So start practicing then, like if you feel guilt, or if there's like any other emotion, maybe it just feels open and natural and just amazing, and that's where we are headed. But we are not always in that space, all of us. So for those that are not fully feeling open to receive all the time, that can be a practice to do to start opening up for it. Because when we are in that safe space, then and we can feel like what is sort of stopping me, or why am I hesitating here? Then just breathing into that and acknowledging that it's there, and keep breathing and open up and knowing that it's safe to receive, because it's the trees, or it's your pet. It's unconditional. It's not conditional. Because when we stay, or when we turn this around, and we are able to stay in this more open, receptive state, and we are open to receive, we are open to receive ourselves as well. And now in these rapid changes, that is the main change. There's so much going on, and there's so many different angles and perspectives you can look at what's going on now from. But the most important part and the essence of it is that we are embodying much more of our own light. We are getting a higher frequency in our bodies. We are changing in the physical body, because we have come to we have come to the frequency where the physical body is starting to change, and it's changing on a cellular level. It has been happening for a while, but it's happening for way more people, way more rapidly now. And while this is happening, if we feel uncomfortable stuff coming up, or we feel that like, oh, I had this activation, or I had this download, or I had this, whatever it might be, or whatever category we put it in. I had this yesterday, and normally I have like 4 days to integrate this, and then it's like the next day there's something more happening, and then there's something more, and then there's this huge epiphany, and then something you have never had clarity on, you suddenly have this clarity on it, and you see like a whole like aspect of your life in a different light. And then there can be like these quick shifts that makes aspects of your life, or your whole life, take a new direction. And there can be grief, there can be so many uncomfortable emotions as well coming up. And then in that state, in going through that, if we're able to stay open and to stay open to receive, we will also receive the assistance through those moments if we're not shutting down. So you're really being asked to stay open, stay receptive, keep asking your higher self, your consciousness, your light, your guides. Ask the nature to embrace you. Ask them to keep shining the light through you, because that assists a lot right now, and it makes it easier for ourselves to go through these shifts. I think that's the essence of what I wanted to share. I'm going to do a little light language transmission. And what I want you to do is to, if you feel comfortable, just close your eyes and really breathe into your body, like really following the breath all the way down. Sit or lie down comfortably, and just practice like coming into your heart space and opening up to receive. And pay attention if there's something that feels like, what is it that makes you feel safe to receive? How can you, if you get that feeling, how can you bring that into other aspects in your life when you feel that you're more easily shutting down? And if it feels challenging to open to receive, let that be okay, and feel into why, or what is it that feels uncomfortable with this, because that awareness is what can help you open up more at another moment. So no matter where we are in this, in any moment, it's a good practice. And if you feel it's easier to open up with the light language, and just that being the safe safe frequency to just really let the guard down, really center into yourself, really open up to receive yourself and to receive the frequencies, then use it again and again. You can come back to it as often as you can, as you want, and use that as a practice as well. So taking a deep breath. And breathing into your heart and imagining the heart space expanding. Staying in the body all the time and opening up to the frequencies that you will receive. Trusting your body in its ability to use the frequencies for its highest good. ana yarata yaka yarsha yaka. Jaraka na yaka yarata yaka jarata yana yaka. Shaka yarata yaka yani yarata. Miaka alerti archiraki nyaka. Chaka erti yaka yarata yarchilerti yana yaka. Kayaka. Jarata yaka yarata yarchileme yaka. Jarata yaka yarata yaka yama yaka yana ertlerti yarchileka. Jaraka ma yarata yaka yaka na erchile yaka na reta yaka na erama yaka. Cha ama arata yaka ene yaka. Chiaka yaka ene yaka ya. Chiaka rata yaka. Miyaka reta yaka chiaka. You can come back and open your eyes. Whew, that was powerful. If my eyes looks a bit weird now, it's because I always look. I see double, and everything is unclear when I just come out of channeling. That was really, really powerful. I would love to hear how you experienced it. Please share in the comments if you feel like it. For those that had eyes open and might have seen that I started shaking, that is a very normal thing. It's just the frequency going through the body, and it might cause the body to start shaking. So if you see that, that's all fine. There's nothing wrong with it. And if you experience it as well, know that it's nothing dangerous and nothing bad. It's simply the body and training with the frequency, and the body doing what it needs to do. So that's something you can just rest into. It's because of the energy. I hope this is helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed the light language. Please share if you know someone who can have use of it and might enjoy it, or share it on your page. I love hearing your comments if you want to share. Looking forward to see you guys in the next video. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.